Hello, my name is Timothy Bell. I work as a contract manager within a local organization. I recently gotten a refund of my 2020 federal income taxes that was wrongly withheld from my retirement payout. The tax refund was nearly $12,000. I say wrongly withheld because the payout was not from any federal privilege activities. The federal government did not pay me that money. I did not work for the federal government, nor did contracting for any federal agency. And the IRS agreed with that in accordance with their own IRS code. If you find that surprising, I invite you to get a copy of the book, Cracking the Code, The Fascinating Truth About Taxation in America by Peter Eric Hendrickson. You see, the IRS code is actually in adherence to the Constitution in that the income tax is an excise tax on federal privileged activities. That surprised me. The income tax is constitutional, and the IRS code actually follows the Constitution? Yes. But the Constitution limits what can be taxed, and the higher court's decisions over the past century has upheld those limits. But it is not spelled out for the common person's understanding in the way we normally use words like income, wages, employer. Those words have different meaning in the IRS code than how we use them in everyday life. Read the book. It is fascinating, very interesting, and liberating when you learn the truth about taxation in America. Not only did I get a refund of my 2020 wrongly withheld federal taxes, I also gotten Virginia state income taxes with refunding. So far, I gotten a total of nearly $23,000 in state and federal tax refunds. Thousands of people who've learned the truth about taxation in America, thanks to cracking the code, have received their refunds and have for nearly 20 years now. Thousands. You can see some of these refunds on the website losthorizons.com. As of August 2022, I still have a total of $55,000 in both federal and state tax refunds pending. Though the IRS is going against their own IRS code to deny these refunds to me. Apparently, the IRS tax examiners and reviewers use the Internal Revenue Manual as distinct from the Internal Revenue Service Code, the IRS code. The Internal Revenue Manual does not line up with the IRS code in some areas, and the manual is not used on a legal basis in and of itself apart from the IRS code. So the IRS tax examiners, reviewers are led astray if they believe the Internal Revenue Manual adheres to the IRS code 100%. The basis added to the Internal Revenue Manual to deny several of my tax refunds claim is not found in the IRS code. The IRS code is the legal basis for taxation in the United States, not the Internal Revenue Manual. I correctly gotten 2 federal tax refunds in accordance with the IRS code, with the IRS recognizing I did not have taxable income from federal privilege activities. But for the tax refund claims for the other years, the IRS code is being ignored in order to deny my tax refund claims. But armed with the truth of taxation in America and armed with the IRS own code, you help them set the record straight. Cracking the code will help you get started to reclaim your hard-earned money that you paid out in ignorance to the truth of taxation in America and what the Constitution says about the income tax. Before the 3-year deadline of April 15, 2023, you can reclaim the taxes withheld from you for 2019 on forward. This includes not only the income tax the income taxes withheld, but also your FICA taxes, which are the Social Security and Medicare taxes. Just how much does all of that add up for you since 2019? This is not tax protesting, but actually recognizing and agreeing with the IRS code that the income tax is an excise tax on federal privilege activities. The law backs this up. When I worked for the federal government as an auditor during the 1990s, I owed the taxes, as I had taxable income based on federal privilege activities. But since that time, I have not worked in any federal capacity at all. Therefore, the pay I received after the 1990s were not based on federal privilege activities and hereby not taxable. But I didn't know the truth until 2 years ago. Learn about the truth of the matter of taxation in America to set yourself free. Get a copy of this book, Cracking the Code, by Peter Eric Hendrickson. Thank you for your time to view this video, and may God bless you in your pursuit of taxation truth.